welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time here, my name is Angela Bosley and I am a Canadian citizen, but also I am a permanent resident of Nigeria. So the purpose of our channel is to help educate those who are primarily in Africa to help them along in their visa processing for the US. Okay, so today we're going to discuss what documents are required for you to attend your US interview at the embassy. So just so you know, I'm not an immigration consultant. I'm not getting paid for this information. I offer it to you for free because I don't want to see you fall victim at the hands of a fraudulent agent within Africa. So stay tuned. We will walk you through it. We will handhold you through the process and what it looks like for the documents that you require for your interview. Okay, so now that you have your appointment booked at the embassy or the consulate, it's now time to prepare your documents. And yeah, there's a few documents that you should have always. And you know, there are some optional ones, but I'm all about documentation. Even people will tell you that no, you know what, you don't need documents. You know, they're never going to ask. Well, let me tell you something. I had a client come to me complaining because he thought he was having his visa granted, and they asked for one thing, and that was his hotel booking. And because the agent had it in his mind that no, you don't need your hotel booking, they're never going to ask you. And sure enough, they asked, and he was denied because he did not have his paperwork. So anyway, let's start off with this. You need your passport data page. Well, you're going to need your passport, but you should also have a colored copy of your passport data page. And this is what it looks like. Okay, if you're not recalling what the passport data page is actually. Now, what is very important for you to know is that your passport must be valid for at least 6 months beyond your period of stay in the United States. Okay, very, very, very important. And everyone who needs a visa must submit a separate application, including the family members listed in your passport. Okay, so make sure you print this off and then you have it as part of your paperwork. But keep in mind that this expiry date right here that I'm showing needs to be beyond your return, 6 months beyond your return date. And not many people are aware of that. Many people will go and do their application, and because of that expiry date may not be granted. So if you're aware of that and you know what's coming up, please do what you need to do to get an updated passport. The next document you need is your DS-160 confirmation page. Now you get this at the end when you submit your DS-160. Okay, this is very, very important. They don't need the application, the DS-160 form. They don't need that. What they need is this right here. Okay, this is very important. This has all your information on it, okay, plus your number of your application, your DS-160. Okay, that is very, very important to have. Okay, and make sure it's a color copy and print that off to be part of your paperwork. Okay, the next thing is your appointment confirmation. Again, print it off. Okay, and this also has your passport number, everything pertaining to your application, your, again, the form right here is all linked together. All numbers, everything is linked together to your DS-160. Okay, that is how they're going to find you in the system. This is very, very, very important. Okay, now, since you had paid your fees in advance, they're also going to need the transaction receipt. You get this from your bank, you get this online. We've already discussed how we make payment in an earlier video, but this has to be attached with your paperwork. Okay, make sure. Trust me, you don't want to get there and have any of your paperwork missing because it's not good. You know, you paid for that appointment. You need to have all of your paperwork in place. Okay, so if you notice, if you notice on your application, actually here, this one here, does not have a photo of you, okay? There's supposed to be a photo, but obviously this person wasn't able to upload a photo properly. So it gives you this also if you were not able to submit your photo properly. Very important, have a few copies of a passport measuring the 5 centimeters by 5 centimeters in color, white background. Nothing else will be accepted, and this is very, very important to have with you your photos. Now here's an example of what is supposed to look like for the U.S. Embassy. Okay, these are acceptable. Okay, these are acceptable. Okay, and you need to let the person know it's for the U.S. Embassy, and whoever's doing it should understand what that means. Okay, so this is part of the video, but definitely you can get this information on their website also. But you see the difference, what is accepted and what is not accepted. Okay, the shadowing here is very, very dark in the background. This is blurred. Okay, so be very, very, very careful when it comes to your photo. If you had a proper photo when you did your DS-160, it would have been accepted in the system. But obviously there was a reason why it didn't get accepted on your submission. Okay, so very, very important to have that. Okay, now another thing that is important that people just don't think about, but if you're working with an agent, they should advise you that you need to have your hotel registration. Now, you don't need to hire anybody to do this. I'm telling you, you do not need to hire anybody. All you need to do is go onto a booking platform online, just as this one did. This is for Ontario in Canada, okay? And a lot of people don't know that you can secure a booking online, sometimes without even a credit card, okay? Many of the bookings that I have done in the past was without a credit card, or if it does require a credit card just to hold the confirmation of the hotel room, you have up to 24 hours in advance to cancel it. Okay, so you just need to make sure you watch your dates, but definitely you don't need to hire anybody because they're going to charge you. So do this yourself. It's very, very easy when you get online to book it. You know, I generally use booking.com, but there are other ones that are accessible to you there in Africa. But the internet, I'm telling you, sky's the limit. You don't need to hire anybody to do it for you. Okay, just make sure you know when you're traveling, make sure you know where you're traveling to, and make sure you know the hotel that you're staying at when should they ask you at the interview. Okay, but you will have it handy with you. Just have it handy. I would hate for you to go through what my friend did without having a hotel booking. Okay, so that is very important. Now next here is your banking information. Okay, so they're going to be looking to see if you can take care of your expenses. Now, this one was addressed to France. This is the letter of introduction, but this one was to France. But of course, you were going to have the U.S. Embassy here. Now, this is straight from the bank, okay? Straight from the bank, and it's been signed in blue ink, okay? Very, very important. But it just goes into detail who you are, okay, your account number, and how long you've been banking with them. So this person from the 2014, and you know that you are the person on the account, and that yes, they're giving a guarantee that you are in fact a client at the account. This is very, very important. Again, don't forge any documents because they may check. I'm telling you, don't get into forging documents. Be 100% legitimate. It's very, very important. Again, this is a statement of account. And then one thing too you need to remember, and this goes for a lot of countries, is that they want to see a running account. Now, this particular person has like 160, look at that, 165 pages of a running account. His balance was 4.1 million. Okay, so have it running. Obviously, this account is running, running very well, for 6 months. Okay, you need it to be running. You cannot just put a lump sum in and say, okay, I'm going to borrow money. Please, can I borrow the money? I'll give it back to you. No, because that's a red flag. That is a red flag. They're going to think, oh my God, you borrowed this money. You're not going to be able to pay it back. They don't want you going into a country and being stranded. That's a huge no-no. So make sure when you start planning your trip, you make sure that your bank account is running at least 3 months. 6 months is better. Okay, you make sure it's your paycheck's going in there, whatever money that you are receiving needs to be in there. Okay, so again, you really need to think about your travel, right? You really need to think about that. Another thing is they want to know that you're employed. They want to know that you're employed, that you have some security, because they want to know that you are coming back to the country. Okay, so this particular one, and what's important in this letter is the company's introducing you. Okay, they're introducing you as their employee. They will tell what position you have with the company, where the company is located, and basically a little summary of what you do and how long you've been there. This person was there since 2019. Okay. So that is very important, and also express that if it's for work, even have your employer explain exactly. Okay, this particular letter was an introduction, and the person was traveling to the U.S. for a conference solely for work. Okay, it's a production company, media industry, and he had to go as part of his position. So definitely have your employer talk about you and introduce you properly. Okay, this is important for them to have confidence that, okay, yeah, he's been employed for such and such a length of time, and he has no reason not to come back to his job. Okay, another way to see some security is if you are married. If you have children, definitely have that paperwork, for example, a marriage certificate. And again, don't think about getting it off the street and paying 1,000 naira for a fake document. They do their research. You don't understand. They do their research. There's officers on the street, especially for the UK, trying to get all these fraudulent people off the street because a lot of documents are sold on the street. Okay, I know anything is possible. When you work with an agent, if they even suggest that, I'm telling you, it's not good. I heard of somebody, she applied for the UK under an agency, and the agency, she had supplied documents, but they weren't strong enough. So the agency forged a bank statement. Well, guess what? She got a denial, because they suspected or they found out that this bank statement, the statement of account, was fraudulent, and she's banned from even applying to go to the UK for 10 years. Okay, it's not worth it. Okay, again, birth certificates of your children, that will give them a reason to think, okay, well, he has family. So anything to really build the ties to the country is very, very important. And you got to keep it in mind, have all of your documentation. If you have anything like landed property or any assets, bring it along to support your stability, to support that you are definitely going to be coming back. Okay, so that is probably one of the hardest things to prove, because a lot of people don't have a lot of documentation. And I just say, when it comes to traveling, it's all about planning and definitely putting yourself together. Do your research. Don't don't believe in an agent that is just telling you what you want to hear. You need to be told what you need to hear. Okay, so please, if this information was valuable to you, definitely give us a thumbs up, and keep on the lookout for future videos that can help you through the system. It's absolutely free. I'm not charging for any of this information. My, knowledge is wealth, right? And I'm here to give you that knowledge because I don't want to see you fall victim. Take care of yourself, and we'll see you in the next video. So I hope you enjoyed the video today. I hope you gained enough information there with even the documents and how to construct the documents so you can have success in providing those documents to the consular should they ask. Okay, not always will they ask for documents, but you need to be prepared. So definitely give me a thumbs up if you like the video. Share it to your friends and family. Do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done that, and definitely press the indication bell so you don't miss any other videos that are coming up in the future. So I wish you all the best in your interview. And if you have any questions, please do make a comment in the comment area, and I will certainly try my best to get back to you in a timely manner. But again, good luck, and you got this. Keep thinking that you have this, and make sure you keep positive. Okay? Until next time, have yourself a great day, and take care of yourself and your family. God bless.